merely an instrument for the camel's nose getting under the tent.
Ignorance is the enemy of this country and every country.
First up tonight, two very different worldviews, but which one should be taught in Hillsborough County Public Schools? Well, that's the question the school board's wrestling with. Should a Muslim American group be able to come in and talk to students about Islam? Newswatch reporter Deborah Bowden joins us live now from school board headquarters with a story that everybody's talking about in Hillsborough tonight. Deborah?
Oh, you bet. Those calling for a ban say they really just have a problem with one particular Muslim American group. It just happens to be the biggest one in the entire country. Now, all of this started last year, and now, months later, it's hit a boiling point.
And I recognize hate when I feel it. I recognize hate when I see it.
Dozens of people crowded into the Hillsborough County School Board meeting, and they couldn't have been more divided.
I do not have hate in my heart, but I do recognize an ideology that is damaging, and I would not subject my children to it.
They want to ban the Council of American Islamic Relations, better known as CARE, from speaking to students in the classroom. They claim the group is tied to terrorism.
We have been here for the last two meetings and will be here in force again at this meeting, encouraging the school board to write a policy that will ensure that never again in the future will any individual from any organization that's linked to terrorism be allowed into the classroom to speak with our students.
But local Muslims and many others call it offensive.
We are here citizens, we're going to stay here, we're going to live here, you need to accept us, and that starts with our children.
You know, it's ridiculous. You know, every single minority has some stereotypes about it. And the reality is, for the stereotype against Muslims is Muslims are terrorists and Muslim leaders must be terrorist leaders, and that's what these guys are promoting, and it's complete nonsense. Come on.
Hassan Shibli is an imam and the executive director of CARE. Last year, he spoke to a high school history class, and activist Terry Kemple chastised that teacher. The issue then took on a life of its own.
When do we learn from each other if we don't listen to each other?
Board member April Griffin, whom Kemple ran against unsuccessfully, says the board needs to hammer out some sort of a policy, but not a ban.
I have prayed long and hard about this, and I know that I am not supposed to live and walk this earth and do what I do in the position that I'm in and allow a hateful message to continue.
No policy decisions on this particular issue tonight, but the board did decide to hold a workshop on the issue. That'll happen sometime in the near future. The exact date, we're not sure yet, Cynthia. It still has to be scheduled.
Okay, so we'll still have to wait and see what happens. Deborah Bowden, live tonight in Tampa.